Satellite images capture dramatic tsunami-triggering volcanic eruption in the South Pacific. The submarine volcano of Tonga, as we know, that erupted a few days ago. And the video before this one, you'll notice that the geologists are panicking because they don't know what's happening under there. They can't observe what's happening. And you can imagine the sea life around there, what has happened to the marine life around that area. You could see in the video here that there's a tremendous amount of muddy, cloudy water after the eruption, with the ash dispersed in the water, but also into the atmosphere about 15 to 20 kilometers height. And that's about 15 miles, 10 to 15 miles high. So that's a huge ash cloud. And they believe that it could be ongoing for the next month. According to Associated France Press on Science Alert, frightened Tongans fled to higher ground Saturday after a massive volcanic eruption sent tsunami waves crashing onto the southern Pacific island and triggering warnings as far as the U.S. West Coast, Alaska, Canada, California, Hawaii, of course, and all around the Pacific Ring of Fire. Dramatic images from space showed the moment the latest eruption of the huge Tonga Huma Huma volcano sent a mushroom of smoke and ash into the air and a shock wave across the surrounding waters that was heard in the South Pacific. The sonic boom from that blast, a tsunami wave measuring about 4 feet observed in Tonga's capital, Nuku'alofa, according to Australia's Bureau of Meteorology. Local resident Mary Taufa said she was in her house getting ready for dinner when the undersea volcano erupted, sending water surging into her home. Taufa said, "It was massive, the ground shook, our house was shaking, it came in waves, my younger brother thought bombs were exploding nearby." She said water filled their home minutes later as she saw the wall of a neighboring house collapse. She said, "We just knew straight away it was a tsunami, just water gushing into our home." She said you could just hear screams everywhere, people screaming for safety, for everyone to get to higher ground. Tonga King Tupu VI was reported to have been evacuated from the royal palace in Nuku'alofa and taken by police convoy to a villa well away from the coastline. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. The volcano's eruption lasted at least 8 minutes and sent plumes of gas and ash and smoke several kilometers into the air. U.S. Volcanoes, USGS says, the eruption of Huma Huma in Tonga was recorded on seismic stations at Cascade Volcanoes. The coincidence of the seismic and infrasound signals indicate that these are the airwaves from the eruption. Data shown are from Lambert's Butte at Mount Hood. Now we have, they said, several questions about the volcanic eruption in Tonga. This thread from GVS does a great job explaining the volcano's history. Global Volcanism Program, there's been a major explosion eruption from Tonga, Huma Huma in Tonga. The volcano has been actively erupting since December 20th, 2021. There are already many news stories and posts about the event. We'll add info here to provide context and links, they said. The residents in coastal areas were urged to head for higher ground following the eruption, which came just a few hours after a previous tsunami warning was lifted on the island. And they said, keep away from the coast. The Huma Huma volcano sits on an uninhabited island about 65 kilometers north of the Tongan capital, Nuku'alofa. Its latest eruption was so intense it was heard as a loud thunder sounds in Fiji, more than 500 miles away, according to officials in Suva City, where images shared on social media showed large waves hitting the coast. Tsunami warnings were issued for American Samoa, New Zealand, Fiji, Vanuatu, Chile, and Australia, where authorities said a swath of coastline, including Sydney, could be hit by the tsunami waves. People in surrounding New South Wales state they were advised to get out of the water and move away from the immediate water's edge. As we know, it's now summer in the southern hemisphere, as opposed to us in the northern, which have winter. Now, a tsunami warning was issued for the entire U.S. West Coast, from the bottom of California to the tip of Alaska's Aleutian Islands, while tsunami waves triggered minor flooding in Hawaii, according to the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. Move off the beach, they said, and out of harbors and marines in these areas, the U.S. National Weather Service advised, which predicted waves up to 2 feet, strong rip currents, and coastal flooding. Fijian officials warned residents to cover water collection tanks in case of acidic rainfall. Victoria Kioa of the Tonga Public Service Commission said Friday that people should keep away from areas of a warning, which are low-lying coastal areas, reefs, and beaches. The head of Tonga Geological Services, Taniela Kula, urged people to stay indoors, wear a mask if they were outside, and cover rainwater reservoirs and rainwater harvesting systems. So this is ongoing, and unfortunately, because it's underwater, the geologists have no idea what is going on down there, and they don't know how long this will be taking place. Okay, as we said, it started erupting December 20th, and it's still ongoing. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.